Hey everyone, I wanted to take a break from streaming for a bit to make this video. I wanted to do something a bit different, but still in the field of gaming. I saw something on Twitter recently listing your favorite 10 video games of all time. I did, but in this video, I'll be going much more into detail explaining why and how the games were placed. So today, I'm going to go over my top 10 favorite video games of all time. Man, do I love me some of this game. It was released in 2006 as a tech demo tie-in for Nintendo's newest console at the time, the Wii. It's so nostalgic to me since I've been playing this game since I was little, and I still enjoy it. I enjoyed playing bowling the most, and in the process, I've broken some controllers by not having the wrist strap on tight enough. My two favorite things to do in the game were the training minigames, target practice for golf, and power throws for bowling. I can never, I tell you, get those 91 pins down. This may come as a shocker to some, but I love playing Smash Bros. I was never very good at the game until I got Ultimate. SSBU on its own is an amazing first-party Nintendo title, and Sakurai put all of his hard work into an amazing game. I love bringing my controller with me to school and being able to hit my friend with Mr. Game Watch's down throw 9 combo. It's so satisfying, let me tell you this. Non-Game Watch fans would have no idea what it feels like. I was never super fond of music games until I picked up Rock Band for the PlayStation 2. You might be able to tell from an old video of mine that I am a drummer, and this game pretty much sparked my interest in playing the real instrument, instead of the plastic one. On the contrary, playing this game with a drum kit actually feels like you're playing a real set. Ask me how I know, and I can tell you an electronic drum set is basically the same thing as playing this game. Wow, do I have a lot of memories with this game. The game itself may sound like it's a stereotypical redneck copy, but it is far from that. The game was developed by Monster Games, the same people behind the WiiWare classic Excitebike World Rally, which I also owned. It came out practically alongside the Wii, just like how Wii Sports did, but it's nearly twice as obscure. What's not to love? Truck racing with the classic Nintendo style, sheer fun chaos. Another rhythm game on this list? Yes, because why not? Guitar Hero is, to say the least, an amazing franchise with a lot of history. Guitar Hero 2 captured what made the first game good, and
turn that shit up to 11.
The soundtrack for this game is perfect. The venues are awesome. Hell, even the characters like Johnny Napalm and Acid Steel look their best. It's such an awesome game. I'm super glad I got to enjoy. I love Hot Wheels. This game, when first released, perfectly captured the essence of what made their brand stick out in the early 2000s. Their aesthetic. Take a look at some of these track names like Spooky Sprint, Underwater Lockout, Bedroom Brawl, Pinball Pursuit, and even Arcade Alley. Nothing describes Hot Wheels better than this game. One more thing, don't even get me started on how badass the soundtrack for this game is. I even live streamed the game, which you can check out right here.
Hey! Yeah, it's Kira. The new boss is already at the site. We're gonna head over that way now.
The Forza series for me has been the go-to franchise for realistic racing. The Horizon series, however, isn't as realistic, but still super fun. Horizon 3 was the first game of that spin-off series I owned, and it was loved at first sight. I can't even begin to tell you how amazing the game is, with its very realistic cars, decals from all kinds of forms of pop culture, and of course, some of the most beautiful engine sounds that come out of a racing game.
Well, this is the one you've been waiting for, people, so come on and put your hands together. Ryan Cooper's come up from the streets and beat the best.
I was never really into the Need for Speed series with its whole focus on evading from the police every chance you get and a somewhat cheesy storyline. Pro Street changed my entire perspective of it. It's the 11th installment in the series, released in 2007 for the PS2, Wii, Xbox 360, DS, PSP, Nokia, and PC. I own almost all versions except for the Nokia, DS, and PS2 versions. There are around 60 cars in total to choose from with 4 modes: grip, drag, drift, and speed challenge. The overall aesthetic of the game is street racing, and it was made for this game. Whether it be the race day like Nitrocide or Super Promotion or the cars and drivers themselves, the game nails the race day feeling. Mario Kart is one of my favorite franchises of all time. The Wii version is by far the most nostalgic. It's an amazing game with an amazing set of characters. There are even references to Mach Rider on NES and F-Zero in the game. This is one of the first games to introduce retro tracks. Super Circuit on the GBA doing it first with the inclusion of Super NES game tracks. My favorite track in this game is Toad's Factory, with the retro track being GBA Bowser Castle 3. I still use Luigi and the Sneakster as my go-to combo for playing CGPR online, with my friend code in the description in case anyone wants to add me. A very fun game to play to this very day, and will recommend it to anyone who owns a Wii. Before I reveal my number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Another great entry into the Smash series, Brawl was the first game I picked up. I enjoy playing it every once in a while too. If my cousins are watching this, I hope you remember when we used to play this game together. By far one of the best games in its series, Revenge takes everything that made Burnout good and builds on that, with new cars, new tracks, and new game mechanics, like Revenge takedowns and traffic checking. Super fun arcade racer to this day, and it's a very fun game to play. This may not come as a surprise, but I used to love this game. I don't play it much anymore unless I'm very bored, but when I did like it, it was a frustrating game, but fun. This game introduced me to the world of Newgrounds, with artists like Waterflame and Jesse Valentine. Here's an unpopular opinion for you. Mario Party 8 is better than its predecessor. Why? MP8 is much easier to pick up and play, thanks to the simplistic controls of the wheel now. In fact, the soda shaking minigame tell me a few things later on, if you know what I mean.
I'm doing it! I'm doing it!
I have not gotten super far into the game yet, but the sheer creativity of the game is very fun. The story of the game is so strong, it's so provoking. I actually cried while playing it. Overall, one of the best games I played in a long time. And now, the number 1 pick.
We are the lazy generation, no more standing out in line. So good at wasting our time.
Without a doubt in my mind, Burnout 3 is the greatest game of its generation. I didn't say series, I didn't say console. When I say generation, I mean it. The game is super replayable even after you 100% complete the game. The cars are super unique and fun to drive, the track design is beautiful for its time, and the soundtrack is, how do I put this, the best ever! This was the first video game I ever played way back in 2006 at my aunt's house. I seriously recommend it. If you own a PlayStation 2, you must have this game. You will not regret your purchase, and I guarantee it. So, those are my top 10 favorite video games of all time. Do you share any gameplays like I do? Are there any of these games you want to see me stream? Let me know. If you liked the video, hit the like button so I know I can continue doing this. This is pretty fun. See you next time, guys, and remember...